There's only one constitutional requirement at the presidential inauguration, the oath of office. The rest is tradition, but the symbolism of the day matters. It sets the tone of the presidency. The stage is being prepared for two moments of deep symbolism. The first, the absence of an outgoing president for the first time in more than 150 years. Donald Trump's boycott underlining the divisions in the country, a refusal to participate in the peaceful transfer of power. But that's why the presence of outgoing Vice President Mike Pence and former President George W. Bush is so important. It shows the Republican Party is not the Trump Party, and political differences can be put aside. They'll gather at the Capitol building against a backdrop of 5 huge flags. In the centre, the current 50-star flag of the USA, alongside earlier versions including the 13 stars representing the original states of 1776. There's also the national flag in use when the incoming president's state was admitted to the Union, in this case Delaware. COVID and security concerns mean restricted crowd numbers, but about 2,000 people will be there to watch the swearing in of the first female vice president, Kamala Harris. She'll also be the first mixed-race VP. Then the main event. Joe Biden will intone the words first used by George Washington in 1789 and by all subsequent presidents.
I, George Walker Bush.
I, Barack Hussein Obama.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
And will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend.
and the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God.
The So Help Me God is optional, as is a holy book, but most presidents have used a family Bible open to a page which has special meaning for them. Joe Biden will then be the 46th president, and at 78, the oldest to be sworn in. The US Marine Band plays Hail to the Chief as a 21-gun salute is fired, marking the elevation of the new Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. There'll be prayers and music, including Lady Gaga singing the national anthem. In his inaugural address, President Biden is likely to respond to this from 4 years ago.
It's going to be only America first.
Instead, we'll hear about American multilateralism. On the domestic front, the theme will be America United. After the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln used his address to vow to bind up the nation's wounds. Franklin Roosevelt, in his speech during the Great Depression, said, "Our greatest primary task is to put people to work." In Biden's first 100 days, he has to attempt to heal America's divisions and, after dealing with COVID, get America back to work. What he says on day 1 matters.
Jill and I know the deep hole in your hearts when you bury a piece of your soul.